Welcome back. So, what I love to do whenever I have a new React project I'm working on is to clean up my React. So, what I will do now is delete what I don't need practically. I don't need this text, so I delete it. I don't need the logo, so I delete it. I don't need every test setup test, so I delete it. Report vitals, I can leave that for now, but I'm still going to delete this later on. So now, because I've deleted most of the things that make this React uh, project work, so we can see that it's failing to compile because it cannot find some modules anymore. And if we go into our web page, we can see we have an error. So the screen, anytime you have an error, the screen is going to just be something like this. So what I will do now is go inside my React also, inside my index. Okay, so now let's follow through on how to read React. So how to read error rather. So we said error can't resolve .logo.svg in home tutorial src. So it's telling me I should go inside my src source folder and go and find where the error is, and it's saying yes, error in source app.js. So let's go to app.js. So we can see that we are trying to import logo, of which I have just deleted my logo. So what I'll do is remove this line 1, and so now we are good. The error has changed to logo is not defined, so it's telling me to go that the logo was stated in line 7. So yeah, this is line 7, which is because of the logo initially that I deleted. So what I will do is also delete this. In fact, what I will do here is I'll clear up all this page from this header down to this, I'll take it up. So now we are free from error, so it has been compiled successfully. So let's go and see. So I can easily just refresh and see. So we have a blank screen, but there's no error. So we can, from now we can start building our own web application. We can start adding code piece by piece, and to develop each layer, although each piece by piece that I just said is called component. So from now on you will hear me say something like component a lot of time while working with React. So now we will write our first React code. So our first React code will be the basic hello world. So now what we are seeing here now looks a little bit new to us because we have a function app. This is a typical JavaScript because we have a function app, but then we are seeing a div with a class name app. How do we put a class name or a div, or let's say even this, let me say I add an h2 tag and I say hello world. So what I've just done is I've added, and still there's no error. So what I've just done is I've added an HTML inside the JavaScript. So this is what is called JSX in React. Let me put it JSX. This is a syntax in which you start writing in, trying to incorporate HTML inside JavaScript. And so how do we differentiate between our normal JSX from HTML? So number one is that the class name as opposed to normal class. If it was HTML, you just see normal class. There's nothing like class names, just straight up class. And also we must have a tag, a trailing tag. It's called a trailing slash. So if there's something like an input, there will be input. Let me put it down here. Inputs. Input. Say let's say input email. So you can see here now that this inputs type email has this slash, this trailing slash at the end. If I should remove this slash, now you see the red, it has become an error. So these are all you have to look out for when you are working with JSX. So by default, VS Code will give you in the right format, so you don't even need to start changing or altering your code. And so we can also have a JSX to be two tags, close, open and close tag, just like this. H2 is open here and also closed here. So we can have something like button. So it's a double tag. Say the button says click me, something like this. We can have something like that. And also JSX can also be styled differently. You can have inline styling, or you can have an external CSS, just like this. Import CSS. We are still going to talk about how we can import the CSS. So but for now, let me go to something we are familiar with. From that, we can go to something that is new. So let me comment out this app.css and just see how this page looks like. So I'll go back to the page. So we can see now this is the input field. This is our H2, which is hello world. This is the input field where we can actually write something, and this is the button which says click me. So what I will do from here is add a little bit CSS and just see how it goes. So for this H2 now, I can put an inline style and just say style. Then the style comes with the curly brackets. Then I'm going to add another curly bracket. So I write the properties, which is color. Then how it works here for React, it's something like a dictionary, key and value. So the color, I say blue. Blue is fine. So let's see how it looks. So it's successful. So we see the color has changed to blue. Also, let me see what other attributes I can add. Let's say I add font size. Now add let's say 22. Is there any difference? Let me see. 22 pixel, sorry. Oh, sorry. 22. I think I can see it different, but let me just increase the number to let me see, 50. Let's see. Oh yes. So now we can obviously see this is way bigger than what we had before. So this is essentially how to work around React, how to build your website, and how to style them. But now, as we proceed in our lecture, we're going to see why it's not always advisable to always style inline, but rather to just have a style sheet somewhere else and just import that style sheet inside our main app. So I'll be stopping here. In the next video will move on how to import uh, and how to style our React app, and how to click on buttons, and how to do so many things using our React. So see you in the next slide. Thank you.